what's up guys? Thank you so much for coming through and tuning into another video for Taking the Journey. So as you can see, again, it's just me. Babes is out on a run. I think I thought I want to talk on just accepting feedback, being able to accept feedback and, you know, being open to other people's opinions, and also understanding and accepting that sometimes you're wrong. You know, nobody's right in this world, let's be real. Who has the right to say you're right? Especially when everything that you pretty much say is just all beliefs and, you know, all that sort of thing. So, Babes and I sort of had a bit of a bicker tonight, which it was really good because it ended up being a bicker which turned into a lesson for both of us, and especially me. Basically, we ended up having a little bicker at the dinner table, a conversation, and it ended up, well, that conversation ended with, like, you know, me not agreeing with what he had said to me, or his opinion that he voiced. He decided that we have a conversation about, you know, a conversation about not really comprehending, or not that you don't comprehend, but just not actually being open to what somebody else says. And yeah, that I suppose I look back at it and I was like, wow, like that makes so much sense, because on the topic that we were talking about, he had different views, and was just questioning why I thought that way. So basically, it was about making gains, you know, and being in the gym, and that I've been seeing a lot of people, you know, making stupidly amazing gains, and I'm happy for them, and like genuinely happy for them. That's so cool, you know, to see people out there fucking making gains. And I said, man, I wonder what like my strongest deadlift or back squat would be. I want to know if mine would be, like, you know, as good as theirs. And so it come off like I was comparing myself to other people. And Babes just said, you know, like, why do you think like that? Why does that make you, why is that your drive? Why does that make you want to go into the gym and instead of sort of just focusing on whatever the goal is that you have right now? Why does that change your vision? And that's where we started bickering, because I felt I had explained myself wrong, because he didn't understand what I was saying, and when he gave me the feedback or his opinion, my walls just shut up. He just felt like my walls shut up, and whatever he says, you know, I get a bit fiery. And that's not fair on your partner, it's not fair on anybody for you to just think that you're right. And I suppose in that situation, yeah, I thought I was right, and it wasn't a heated, like a very bad argument, it was just disagreeing on things. So we come to a conclusion that we need to agree to disagree. And yeah, I learned a lot, you know, when you make like when you're having a conversation, and for me, I do like to voice my opinion, not in a mean way, but sometimes I don't really think before I speak, and it comes off in a way that I actually don't mean it to come out like that. And also when I hear it come out like that, I'm like, shit, I didn't even mean that. And so I feel like I have to explain myself so that they understand what I'm saying. But even if I do explain myself, that doesn't mean that I'm right. It does not mean you're right, and it doesn't mean that they should agree with you. And that's where I started getting frustrated, because I'm like, man, I've explained what I mean. Do you understand what I'm saying? You know? But that's like sort of me trying to force him to change his view, and force him to see how I'm seeing it, or force him to believe what I'm believing. Which you can't do. You can't fucking force people to have these beliefs in whatever it is. I'm not speaking on religion, I'm speaking on just life, anything. And yeah, so I was a bit I was taken back by it, because I was like, holy shit, I didn't realise how much I do that, but I know I have voiced my opinion quite a lot. I'm not proud of it most of the time. I am happy that I voice my opinion, but the way I do it, again, same as yesterday, you know, the way I go about things, sometimes can be wrong. And so I suppose what I learnt from this was, obviously communication. We've got communication down to a T, but also being able to accept somebody's opinion and feedback, because you're not right. You know, you have your own beliefs and your own opinions, but at the end of the day, how does that actually make your beliefs and your opinions and your views on all these things right? Like, who the hell's to say I'm right about these things? Who's to say that you have to believe what I believe just because you're my partner? That's not right at all. When it comes to arguments or like disagreements and whatnot, obviously you guys, whoever's arguing, we think we're right. But who's the fuck to say you're right? Who's to say you're right? And I don't know if some of you guys are thinking, well, I am right, but who said? Because whoever said, they obviously have maybe the same opinions and views and belief as you, but there are other people who have different opinions and views and beliefs. But who's to say that they're wrong? So this was like just a whole, not a game changer, but I was like, fuck. Like, man, it's just a total mindfuck. It's like, how I was taken back by it. And so we got over the conversation of, you know, because he started to feel like, because of how my walls shoot up and I don't let anything in, he said and admitted that he's held back a lot of things when we're conversating, because he doesn't want me to, you know, feel like I have to shoot my walls up and fucking stick to what I'm saying, and then we argue and we just get into a place of just a suffering state. We come to an agreement or to the conclusion that yes, I'm wrong, and at times he's wrong, at times none of us are perfect, neither of us are perfect, but if we are able to express our own feedback and opinions to each other and learn to actually just understand that they have a different opinion than you do. They have a different opinion, they have a different view on that subject, or like, you know, different views in life. You cannot force somebody to have the exact same beliefs and views as you. It doesn't matter who they are. It doesn't matter if they're their partner. It honestly doesn't matter if they're the one that you love, because you both have been brought up differently, and what your beliefs and views now are, you are taught that when you're younger, like you're taught how to perceive the world and all your beliefs when you're younger. So because you guys are one now, you know, just say, because I feel Baba and I, obviously we're in love and all of that. At that time I thought, you know, you love me, you should know what I'm talking about, you need to understand what I'm saying, because we need to be on the same page, because we're in a relationship and you love me and I love you. But that's not right, and I was doing all of that wrong. So it was just a really interesting conversation. I'm not even too sure where I'm going with this, to be honest. I suppose just remember you're wrong. You're not always right, and accept that you're not always right, because who's to say that you are right? Yourself, but you could be wrong. So accept other people's opinions. Be open to those opinions, you know. You don't have to believe what they're saying. Don't be scared of voicing yourself. But do understand that other people are allowed to voice their own opinions and how they feel and all of that as well. It's not all about you. It was an awesome lesson for both of us. He took away a lot and I've taken away heaps, because man, I just bawled my eyes out. after our conversation because I was frustrated that I let myself get like that, and I was frustrated that I let us get into the conversation of or have that type of conversation. You know, I felt like I shouldn't have let us get that far, but thinking like that is wrong also, because what's wrong with getting that far when it comes to talking about it, you know, like communicating. Communication's key, being open is key, and yes, just remember all those things that I said, because biggest thing, you are not always right. And it sounds so like abrupt and like rah, but it's like the truth. Truth hurts, but it teaches you so much. But yeah, thank you for listening. I hope you learned something. I'm not trying to tell you guys what to do. Because that's what it sounds like I'm trying to do. See, now I'm like thinking about everything that I'm saying. I'm trying to be careful with what I say in case I say the wrong thing. Which is not what I should be worrying about. The feedback that you guys give me, or whoever gives me, you know, I shouldn't be scared to voice my opinion. I should be able to take what comes back. I should be open to the feedback that comes back, to the opinions that come back. So, in saying that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you enjoyed this listen. It's day 12 of the push. 2 more days. And yeah, day 14 we'll be dropping the best fucking video of our lives. So excited. I can't wait for all of y'all to know and hear about our experiences. And yes, stay tuned, motherfuckers.